Okay, if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Village of Washingtonville regular meeting. Today, Tuesday, November 21st. Just a few announcements. Christmas parade is scheduled for December 2nd, 6 p.m. at night. Prior to the parade, Mrs. Claus will be at the North Pole, the lot, with cookies, hot chocolate, and letters to Santa. Craft vendors at Municipal Lot across from Betty's, and a live band performing on the front porch of Betty's. There will also be children's crafting at Nailed It, all starting at 3 p.m. On December 20, it gets better, on December 27th, the Girl Scouts will be honoring the police, firefighters, EMS, and their families, serving cookies and cocoa here at the Village Hall, starting at 1 p.m. Santa and Mrs. Claus, although exhausted, will be here. Utility pole is scheduled to be removed and relocated at the wastewater treatment plant within the next few days. Once that happens, construction will soon begin. And that's it for the announcements. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the employment. Sorry. Yes.
I was just wondering, with the wonderful way your beard and mustache is coming in, will you play Mr. Claus?
It's not public comment time.
Mr. Claus and Mrs. will be here.
Santa will be here, right?
You're Santa's helper.
Right, yeah.
At this time, I would like to make a motion to authorize the employment of Charles Mitchell, full-time police officer, effective today, November 21st, and an annual base salary of $68,985. Charles comes to us from the city of Poughkeepsie, where he's worked for 1 year prior, right?
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months. Prior to that, he was employed by the New York City Police Department. So he comes to us with a lot of experience. So, do I have a
Motion.
second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any questions?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You want to take? You ready? Okay, Charles, raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. I, Charles Mitchell,
I, Charles Mitchell,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the constitutions
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of New York,
and the state of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of full-time village police officer
of full-time village police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Take one. One for pictures.
Great. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Which one?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'll take one picture.
Yeah, of course.
We can make this break.
appreciate it. Excellent. Thank you, sir, I appreciate it.
I like it.
All right, I gotta zoom out.
Turn the other way, Bill.
I'm gonna get one for you.
Sure, take your time.
We share.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, sir, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. Take care of Pops.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, you You too. too.
Yes,
Already?
Ed Weber, 26 Patricia Lane, Washington. Are we increasing the size of the police department, or are we just having that big of a turnover? It seems like every other meeting we're swearing somebody in.
Right now, we are where it was, okay, prior to the retirements of the force.
Replacement of three guys at the end of the day. So we're back to where we were.
We still should be looking at,
I think full-time, yeah. Full-time, but we
yeah,
still, I think.
at the
part-time,
full-time
I think.
time.
Yeah, we still need part-time.
Okay. Resolution, approval for the public assembly permit. Oh, I'm sorry. A continuation of the public hearing, chapter 162, commercial vehicle parking. Deputy Mayor.
Okay. They've been at the Village Hall, copies of the chapter have been at the Village Hall for you to review. Any comments or questions, or?
Were there any changes from our last discussion?
Yes.
Okay. Can you point out what was changed now? Because I apologize, I mean, just receiving it this evening.
You want me to read the whole section, or, I mean?
Well, is it noted or highlighted or
No.
anything what was changed specifically? Because I think most of our conversation was around at the time, right? Was the type of vehicle? How many axles? Is that the?
No,
what we're dealing with?
that wasn't a conversation, no.
No.
It was the trailers.
Well, it was commercial vehicles, right? Commercial plates. There was a conversation about number of axles.
No, no conversation. If you didn't read this one, Tom, if you didn't read the new one since November 10th, you're gonna argue with me about what we talked about last time.
No, I'm just, well, that's what we did talk about. That's what I'm just asking. That's all.
And this was available for this November, and I emailed you this too.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know it was gonna be on the agenda this evening. That's all. If I knew that,
We thought it was gonna be November 6th.
then I would have, obviously read it. But, well, I'm just asking the question, that's all.
One of the cruxes of the last public hearing was the number of commercial vehicles parked on a driveway. That's been changed.
Right.
And the number of vehicles identified as trailers parked on a driveway, that's been changed. Those are the main changes. The rest of it is pretty much as it was.
I just have a
Mr.
question.
Hager.
You said this has been available for us to look at.
Since November,
Was that posted on the website? Because the website is,
anytime you do a public hearing and publish it, the notice is published on November 10th.
so it's in the newspaper.
Anytime you do a public hearing and have the notice published, has to be available for review at the Village Hall. And I had printed 7 copies myself and left them at the desk.
I'm just worried about, like, was it on the website? Because I go on the website, I don't see, the website is still down.
I don't know if it was on a website, it was still,
So how are we supposed to know it was available? It doesn't, I don't really care how you do about this. I'm just
the
wondering
law
about
states it.
how would anybody else see
The
it?
law states it has to be made available.
We posted it in the Orange County,
Because that,
yeah.
what if we don't get that?
That's the.
I do get it, but what
Well,
about,
That's
but
the
it was a
legal posting.
continuation of the, this is the same public hearing that we had. So it's just a continuation of the public hearing.
I understand that. But you said it was available,
It was.
but people had to know it was available, that it was changed. How was it sent out when you said the paper?
Yeah, but it was also mentioned that the revisions that were addressed, because, you know, they were addressed by us, okay? And it would be available for the public, so the people who were here, again, then with the,
But I think to feed off of Mr. Haggerty's point, there's a lot of inconsistency in the way information and messages are put out to the village. One example is what he's talking about. Another example is the Veterans Day ceremony. The only place that it was available was on Facebook.
Okay, can we hold that to public comment? Because we're doing a public hearing on this chapter right now.
What's that?
Can we hold that to public comment?
We could.
Because we're doing a public hearing on chapter 162 right
But
now.
we're talking about how the message is brought out and how
I
information.
know,
is
and
given
by
to people.
law, we're required, that's our paper of record, is the Orange County Post. Now, whether you get it or not, or look at the Orange County Post online, but that's our paper of record. And
You
that's
have,
what-
you have a website of record also.
Well, that's not illegal, that's not a legal
It's not
notice,
illegal.
It
no.
has to be published.
Okay.
Has to be published in the
Start
paper,
scanning a little better.
and the newspaper of record is the Orange County Post.
All right.
I believe by law.
which
we
is
have
on
to
the
be
website.
If
link
it is, I
probably-
haven't picked that
probably
up.
a link.
I've never looked into
Yeah.
the website.
The link of the Orange County Post is
I do get the post, but I probably didn't see this in that answers my question, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments regarding this local law, amending chapter 162?
Number 2 just seems a little confusing, but like I said, just to the
Number
point.
2, on where, what number 2?
16226. So not more than one commercial vehicle which is 90 feet or under in height may be parked or stored in a garage on a residential property within the village of Washingtonville. Okay. Whether a structure constitutes a legal garage shall be determined by the ordinance and local laws of the village. What does that mean?
We go to 175.3, the definition of what a garage is. Garage private, it's in the code. Garage is a building or part thereof used in storage or parking of one or more motor vehicles. A garage private is an accessory garage maintained primarily for the convenience of the occupant or occupants of the main building and in which no business or other use is carried on and no service is rendered to the general public. So it falls under the definition of what a garage is.
And what section was that in? 173?
175
175.
3 of the
So
code.
that's the other,
Well, it's in the code,
that's in
the definition of a garage.
So then it goes on to say, notwithstanding anything contained herein, not more than 2 commercial vehicles, such as a van or truck, may be stored on the driveway of the premise, provided its license and its height does not exceed 7 feet 6 inches with fully inflated tires.
Right.
So I can have one vehicle which is 9 feet and under, or I can have 2 vehicles that don't exceed 7 feet 6 inches?
You have one vehicle, which is 9 feet or under in the garage. You could have 2 vehicles on the driveway, not to exceed 7 feet 6 inches each. Trustee, the law thinks it's generous.
Paul, can you say what you just said again? You can have one truck over 9 feet in height in a garage.
9 feet or under
9 feet or under in a
in
garage,
the garage,
okay?
and you
so
can
you're
have 2
contradic-
commercial
you're
vehicles.
Wait a minute now, are you contradicting yourself?
Sounds the same.
It's
Under
like
9
what you
feet.
just said, that there's no commercial vehicles gonna be parked in any garage. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. This is
Maybe where you read that.
16226, second page, paragraph number 2. Not more than one commercial vehicle which is 9 feet or under in height. Not more,
Not more than one, not more than one, you can't have two,
okay.
which is 9 feet or under, may be parked or stored in a garage.
So if you have a commercial vehicle that's 8 feet even, you can put it in your garage.
Yes. And if you have two other vehicles that are under 7 feet 6 inches, 7 feet 6 inches, they can be parked on the driveway.
Even if they have commercial plates.
Yes, commercial, that's what we're talking
Okay.
about.
Let me ask you a question. How are you going to enforce it, and when a CO is issued